working with Alejandro Garnacho last season at Manchester United. It was interesting because I had to get to know him initially. His English wasn't great. I had a few words in Spanish. We built up a bit of a connection. The coaches were brilliant with him. We had a clear development plan for him, and he followed that. It's gone quicker than I thought, but he's an example of that understanding, connecting with the player, getting to know him, understanding him, and then having a bit of content. So we knew what he needed to get better at, and then he worked hard at what he needed to get better at. And he listened to me, he listened to the other coaches about some key development traits that you see him doing now when he's playing for Man United. And it's fascinating for me to see, because it further cements my ideas on coaching when I see players like that excel, and players like Marcus Edwards are similar this year, doing fantastic for Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, I think Garnacho has spoken, hasn't he, publicly about the help you gave him and how that developed him.
At Manchester United, if you was going to get in as a winger at Manchester United, you had to challenge Anthony Elanga, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and now they bought Anthony. So for Garnacho, he had to make sure that he's really good at what he's good at, and what he's good at is he's excellent on transition. He makes darting runs in behind, and he's quick and he can finish. So we had a clear development program for him that he was part of. He had insight into it. He contributed to it, and we spoke in detail about just a couple of areas. One of the areas actually was that we said about no chopping. I said to him, he used to go down on his left foot and always want to come back into his right. And one of the things I said, look, in the next few games, let's just work on, when you get in on your left foot, take the left foot shot. So before you chop, you've got to have 2 left foot strikes before you can come inside. And something so small like that made a difference to him. And then we laughed, say to him, no chops. And then when you see him score for the first team in the Europa League and he takes it on his left foot, you're delighted. And he takes on his left foot the other day again. So listen, that's not me or the coaches at Manchester United. That it's all him. But you know that you try to have an impact on the development side with him.